time or protocol or its idea. So preliminary and experimental version of a product, system, process or service that is developed to test its design, functionality and usability before the final product is manufactured or implemented. Why you want to use it, why you want to make it into the product form, why you want to use it for the sake of community, for the sake of people, for the sake of beneficial of the society. So it should be usable, it should be made to the implementable, it should be acceptable by the people of the country, people of the our locality. So what is the actual definition of the prototype? Prototype is a preliminary model or experimental formulation with respect to pharmacy, with respect to industry. Experimental formulation of a pharmaceutical product developed to demonstrate its composition, dosage form, quality, attributes and intended performance and refinement before large scale manufacturing and commercialization. All these things are for the sake of prototype. It will be related to the pharmaceutical product. Anything which will be developed in the form of pharmaceutical product, any dosage form, any preparation, any ointment, any tablet, any capsules, till the commercialization. Here is the commercialization, but it is the utilization. It is acceptable through our pharmaceutical preparation. That's the therapeutic index, acceptable to the body systems, acceptable to the treatment. Okay, commercialization is some word related to the another product. So according to the engineering and product development, a prototype is a working model or sample of a product that demonstrates its design, features and functionality for the evaluation and refinement before mass production. So their aim, their task is to different, to support the locality, to support the nationality, to support the country in different way. And your or pharmaceutical products prototype is to make the patient happy, to make the hospitalization free from the any patient for the sake of treatment, for the sake of their therapeutic value. Okay, so a good prototype should have the following characteristics. What will be the prototype? Whatever the any idea comes in your mind for the during your journey of education, during your journey of knowledge gaining, during your hardness, during your love for learning, all these steps will give you the prototype. So it doesn't mean that it have the some characteristics or it have the some things, but it should be beneficial to the people, beneficial to the community, beneficial to the especially patients. So might be the good product or good prototype should have the following characteristic. Represent the basic idea of final product. I want to make certain things. I want to develop certain things. So आपके mind में ये आ रहा है, it comes in your mind. It means you have the all the steps of complete and all the steps you have to complete related to its final product. Can be tested under real or simulated conditions. It should not be in the hypothesis, it should be not in a fairy tales, it should be under on the earth, matlab in our lab scale, in our industrial scale, it should be tested under the real or simulated conditions. Means you have to do all these things not in a humor, not in any joke. You have to make it into the reality. Helps identify design errors. Can be modified easily. Okay, you can modify it according to the genetic, according to the receptors, according to the gender, according to the high altitude people, according to the low altitude people, according to the people who are living in the ice condition, high temperature, in the low temperature. All these things are related to the changes in the modification of the drug into the administration, into the biological activity. So according to this, you have to make this modify. If the patient is not supposed to have the throat infection, so you have to make it into the parenteral. If the patient is cold, so it will not able to digest, it will be not able to absorb, it will be not able to take. If the patient is child, you have to, or prototype can be modified. Saves development time cost. Save improves communication among the stakeholders. Here the patient, doctors, hospital administration, industry, R&D people. provides proof of concept. That concept is technically feasible. It is coming into your mind, not in the lay people. अगर आपके mind में आ रहा है, तो it means that it has the certain benefits to the society. Okay. Then example of the prototype development earlier one. Smart pill is so for the sake of the holding या उनको लेने तक के जो है it will be developed in the mind of the pharmaceutical or beneficial person that I have to develop, I have to make a certain pill dispenser. Okay. So represent the basic idea of the final product. A 3D printed pill dispenser with compartments, LCD display and buzzer demonstrate how the final device will be remind patient to take their medicines. Although it is not the finished product, it shows the main functions. Okay, all these things it is not related buzzer या कोई अलार्म है, तो it is not the final, but it should be giving the medication or dispenser of the medicines, tablets. Can be tested under the real or simulated conditions. Elderly volunteers. Here we use the elderly volunteers related to the use the prototype for 1 week in their homes to check whether the reminders are audible, compartments open correctly, and the device is easy to operate. All these things are related to the elderly patient. That the buzzer should be audible, because in the later age, whatever, if elder people cannot be able to hear properly also. So it is necessary that the buzzer or the pill's buzzer should be audible to them, and after listening the pill alarm, the pill should be dispensed or pill should be come out of the container. Okay. Help identify design errors. Here all these things when we will be coming to the reality. So reality mein we are supposed to chalk out all the problems related, but in the reality we come and to help to identify the design. Okay. Errors. During the testing, users report that the buttons are too small. Okay. Here we are not supposed to take, or when we are supposed to into the initial state, we are not supposed to concentrate on how to take care about the buttons. So again, when we are can be tested under the real or simulated conditions, we get to know that the buttons are very small and we have to make the large button, or that is it should be is clearly visible. Then buttons are too small and the alarm volumes is too low. These problems are identified before the mass production. Okay. All these things when they are tested by the simulated or really into the in front of means old elderly patients, volunteers, they came to know that there are some people are not hearing and some people are not finding the where is the button. When I have to pull the button for the sake of getting the medicines. Can be modified easily. Engineers enlarge the buttons, increase the speaker volume and improve the display brightness without redesigning the entire device. So this is the product prototype which is developed for the sake of person related process, engineers, product developments, or the art designers, or those who have the interest to make the new things with respect to the furnitures or all these things. So they are going to design for the sake of it. But in the medicines, how it will be developed, administered properly, how the receptor intake or receptor identification is easily, or the clinical trials or preclinical trials we have to make. So this is the somewhere different way for the pharmacy student, for the new people. Then what will be the objective of the prototyping? Verify whether the idea is practical. Okay. There are n numbers of ideas coming in our mind while we are studying, while we are going, while we are supposed to visit the hospitals, while we are supposed to visit any government offices. There is some changes. So that idea is not related to the pharmaceutical or beneficial of the people. Might be they are suffering or they are problem with us officers, government officers. So they are doctors who get. So they are problem. It is not necessarily they are problem to all the people. So there is a mind that we should change this, we should change it, we should modify this, all these things. So these type of mind, these type of ideas of proto or these are type of innovation ideas also comes in our mind. But it should be practical. Whatever the idea is coming in your mind, we have to make it to the related to the actual changes. Okay, test functionality, evaluate safety. Costly रहेगा तो you have to reduce, you have to reduce. Identify manufacturing challenges and support regulatory approvals. Okay, daily by update करना है आपको product को. Then these are the advantage. Okay, when the beneficial prototype, beneficial idea comes into our mind, and our feelings, our will, our strength, our love for giving the new things to the patient to develop or to improve their health conditions. So there is no advantage. But for the sake of writing, for the sake of identity, we should concentrate on the, or we should cope up, or we should highlight it, our negative points also whenever we are doing the, or errors also. So advantage क्या है? Early error detection, cost saving. If you are going to develop the prototype for the pharmaceutical products, okay, new products, then the user feedback help faster development and improve the quality and risk reduction. What is the description related to early error detection? There is a problems are found before the production. Okay, before going the after the production, there is no any modification, there is no changes. Okay, if you are admitted into the particular course of the pharmacy of the medical, then later on it is very difficult to remove the admission. This is a normal process. So how come it will be reproduce or change the product? Okay, so there is a advantages. Then the limitation, initial development cost. Okay, जो researcher रहता है, developer रहता है, prototype रहता है, वो सबसे ज़्यादा जो है it is very related to the economics. It is he is or she is poor. So there is a no cost. Only ideas is there, only knowledge is there, only जो है identifying the problem is there. But how to collect all these things related to that, that will be required the remuneration, that will be required the money, that will be required the cost. May not represent the final product quality, and users may think it is the final product, and multiple revisions increase the development time and not suitable for every project. So all these things will require the knowledge, economy means cost and idea. Otherwise इसमें से कोई भी एक चीज कम होता है या डिडक्ट होता है तो actually we have to revise it, we have to make new product, okay, leave it, okay, remove it, okay, all these things. So ये सिर्फ जो है revisions होते रहते हैं और फिर उसके बाद जो है प्रोटोटाइप जो है फाइनल प्रोडक्ट के फाइनल आइडिया तक के नहीं पहुंच पाता है. Okay. So this is a type: paper prototype, physical prototype, digital prototype, in which the development of the different pharmacist sketches the layout of a mobile ADR reporting. In the therapeutic drug committee, in the hospital pharmacist, all these things are developed by the pharmacist. So paper prototype, physical prototype, okay, digital prototype, functional prototype, and proof of concept. All these things are related to finalize the product. Okay. So there are some examples related to the development of prototype. Okay, prototype of an adverse drug reaction reporting. Okay, what is the objective? Develop an application for reporting the ADRs in hospital. Whatever the ADRs are going to develop by the patients after taking the pill, after taking the medicine, whatever the related to the ADR should be report. Okay, so patient information related to their name, age, gender, and hospital ID. Develop especially hospital ID related to the departments, clinical departments, cosmetic departments. Drug information, whatever the medicines is prescribed to them, dose, route, and duration. Okay. Then the symptoms related to the ADR detail. Okay, ADR activities या ADR details, symptoms, onset, severity, and outcomes. Whatever the outcomes related to the severity of the patient should be written and should be reported. Assessment, World Health Organization UNC casualty, and Naranje scale. That is the scale of the Naranje in which the ADR is reporting will be managed and will be measured. And reporter details relate who are reporting. Okay, with pharmacist, physician, or nurse. All these things. Initial reporting related to which person in the hospital. Then the submit button. So this is the prototype related to ADR. Then pharmaceutical tablet prototype. Pharmaceutical company develops a new paracetamol sustained release tablet. Prototype evaluation related to the hardness of the tablet. Okay, you have to make points related to the